Sometimes in life, you can have the right intention, but just be giving it to the wrong person. And my hope for this video is that it's gonna allow you to make a decision to stop wasting your time on people and things that simply aren't for you. Sometimes we can get so caught up in the vision or, us thinking we can earn people, us thinking we can change people into somebody who they don't care to be, that we end up wasting our time and draining ourselves in a situation that we could have stopped earlier had we just realized, hey, this situation isn't for me. This person isn't for me. Sometimes we automatically assume we can force love on the people. We could force our idea or our vision or our mindset on the people, and that'll get them to change. Well, sometimes you just got to understand, like, some people are incapable. Some people aren't ready. Some people aren't willing to reciprocate back to you what you're willing to give to them. But that doesn't mean you're giving the wrong energy. That doesn't mean you need to change who you are. That doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. Sometimes you're just giving it to the wrong person. I'll be very blunt and just direct and give a direct example here. You can't give love and expect to build a healthy relationship, expect to build something that's worth your time while giving it to someone who might be a hoe, while giving it to somebody who might be very lazy, while giving it to somebody who just isn't interested in what you're talking about. I talked about this in my one of my old videos about outgrowing people. Sometimes you could see a vision, sometimes you can have a purpose, sometimes you could value something in your life at this moment in time. It could be your career, it could be your future, it could be your business or whatever. And you're trying to tell your friends, yo, we need to lock in. Yo, you need to start taking this serious. We need to start doing this, start doing that. Or it could be in a romantic way, oh, I'm loving you in this way, or I'm giving you all these different things. I'm trying to communicate in this way. And it's like, they aren't reciprocating it. They don't care to change. They don't care to put in effort. They don't care to follow you in the right direction in which you're going. But again, you're going in the right direction. You're just trying to give that information, give that energy off to the right person. And sometimes we get in this mindset thinking, oh, I can change them. Or if I just can get them to value it. If I just tell them enough times, and eventually things will change. And in the end, you really just only draining yourself. You're only doing damage to yourself because it's like, dang, I'm doing all these different things. I'm overgiving, but nothing's being given in return. Nobody's filling you back up. Nobody's refilling your cup. So eventually you have nothing more left to give. And eventually you'll look up and it's like, dang, I've wasted 6 months. I've wasted a year constantly trying to get this person to act right. Constantly trying to get this person to meet me where I'm trying to meet them. Constantly trying to get this person to make these changes to their life. And it's like they're just not budging. But again, it's not that you had the wrong intention. It's that you were giving it to the wrong people. You're giving your love to the wrong people. You're giving your love to people who don't care to have a relationship. You're giving your love to people who don't care to communicate. You're giving your love to people who are emotionally unavailable. You're giving your love to people who haven't healed themselves from their past relationships. And so it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you needing to change and you needing to do all these things differently, or you're reflecting and blaming yourself and you're like, dang, where did I go wrong? Where could I have changed things? The point is that you couldn't have. You keep being in your mind thinking, oh, I should have made this decision and that would have changed everything. When in reality, they just weren't the person that was for you at that moment in time. And there's no decision that you need to make. It's nothing you need to change about yourself. There's nothing you could have done. You can't force people to make a change that they don't care to make. And I had to understand that some people are just at a different part of life. Some people are going down a different road, a different journey, or they're just at a different stage than you. And they're going through different things and they have all these different issues. And it's like, you just got to understand sometimes, like, your other people's growth, you can't make your responsibility because you're only going to, again, drain yourself trying to control something that is out of your control. And so sometimes you got to understand, like, this person just isn't for me and I can't do anything about it. I can't force them to meet me where I'm at. And sometimes it's just in my best interest to just let it go. And when you learn to really just let things go, let people be who they are, make the decisions in which they want to make, although it may not be what you wanted, and although it may hurt you a little bit, like, okay, I just got to heal, but I'm not going to waste my time over here anymore because I understand I got the right intention and I don't need to change who I am, or I don't need to, do something differently, but I'm just giving it to the wrong person. And I got to decide to move in a different direction without them and without trying to change them or get them to follow me. Because I don't think we can ever be enough, or that there's enough that we can do for the wrong person. It's like me trying to automatically push you to make content. Some people just aren't comfortable being on camera. Some people just aren't comfortable or don't have the desire or the want to, the urge to make content creation or do YouTube or be in front of the spotlight or be in front of people. Some people just aren't there. They may have a slight desire for it. It might have an interest for it, but it's like, I can't, let's say I wanted you to pay me $10,000 to teach you how to do YouTube. If you don't have that desire, if you don't care to want to do that, if you don't really like, it's like, oh yeah, I'm really invested into that, then I can't force it onto you. I can't force this amount of value. It's no matter how much I talk to you, no matter how much I tell you all these benefits, all these different things, if you don't care for it, you won't make that change. You won't put in that effort. You won't make that decision. And the same thing applies with certain friends. The same thing applies with relationships and things like that. Like if people don't have a desire, if people don't have a care to do what you're trying to get them to do or to reciprocate back to you what you're reciprocating to them, then they won't do it. And it's no amount of words, no amount of love you can give that will change them and get them to reciprocate again to you what you're reciprocating to them. And so you have to get out of this headspace of, again, thinking you can change people into somebody who they don't care to be. Sometimes you just gotta understand, this person is not for me. This doesn't mean I need to change. It just means I need to find the people who are for me. I need to talk to the people who do care to do YouTube. I need to talk to the people who are wanting or looking or, willing to be in a committed relationship, who are willing to communicate, because I understand the importance of communication. I understand that the people I surround myself with are a reflection of where I'm going and the person I become. So I want friends around me who are taking self-improvement seriously, who are thinking about their future. And just because this person isn't that ideal person doesn't mean nobody out here is that ideal person. Because y'all like to get into relationships, or you've been in relationships, or you've been around friends, and you like to, oh, this person isn't like that, so nobody's like that. I used to be exactly like that. I used to be like, oh, I'm 21, I value these different things, or I'm 20 years old, I value these different things, and it seems like nobody out here is interested in the same thing. And so I would stop even talking to people. Some of y'all do the same thing in relationships. You're like, oh, I don't even want to love on nobody. I don't even want to try and get into a relationship because everybody's the same. It's like you give up on, or you make the assumption that everybody is the same as the past experiences you've had. They may be more scarce, they may not be as common, but that doesn't mean they're not out there at all. And so again, it's not that you're giving it to the wrong people, or it's not that you got to settle for the people who are out here. It just means you got to find the people who align with who you're trying to be, or that align with your values, that align with your standards, that align with who you are as a person. But don't allow, again, the people of your past to determine or project or predict the people of your future, because that's not always accurate. And the more that you do that, you're gonna find yourself missing out on people who genuinely might have been for you. You just didn't care to give them the opportunity. And so what does that mean? Okay, well, I understand that I might have the right intention. How do I find the right person though? Sometimes you gotta just keep loving in the way that you do. Sometimes you gotta keep giving off the energy in which you give, and just do almost like a trial and error. Sometimes you just gotta put yourself out there and see, how do people respond? Sometimes I like to have conversations with people. Sometimes conversations will allow you to tell where people's mindsets are. And so sometimes you can mention a certain thing. You can ask people, I'm in college right now, so I might ask people, hey, what do you want to do with that major? Hey, what's the vision? Where do you see yourself in a couple years or something? And sometimes whatever they say in response to that question, or whatever answer they decide to give me, will allow me to understand like kind of where their mindset is, kind of if they're a person that's for me, if they're a person that can help me out, if they're a person that could align with who I am as a person and where I'm trying to go. I've asked that question to multiple people, and I've gotten so many different responses. Some people are like, oh, I want to become a biochemical engineer. And I'm like, okay, what makes you interested in that? And then we have a conversation from there. Some people are like, oh, I major in this, I do that, but I don't really understand why I'm doing it, or I don't really know what I want to do with it. I could go in all these different ways. And then you understand, and it's like, oh, they haven't really thought about this. Oh, they kind of just in college because everybody else is in college, and they really have no idea what they want to do with our life. But it's a matter of you giving out the same love, you giving out the same energy, you being the person that you are, and looking for the people that align with the person you're trying to be, and seeing how people respond. How do people respond to the love I give? How do people respond to me and the way I communicate, or the type of people I want around me? Are they communicating? Are they honest? Are they loyal? Getting to understand people. And sometimes, again, people are going to disappoint you. You're going to find out like, oh, yeah, this person ain't really for me. But it's a matter of you keep showing up. It's a matter of you keep putting yourself out there and being open and understanding that, hey, there is people like me. There is people who are for me. I just got to be willing to go out there and find. But I don't want you to get in a place where it's like, oh, I've given up on love. I've given up on anybody being able to treat me like, I just got to settle for, what I have or what I did have, go back to the past. I just got to understand that, I can't find anybody else for me, because that's going to make you get in places that make you miss out on the people who really are for you. You're going to be in relationships that drain you, that make you not love or enjoy life, that make you question who you are as a person. And the whole time you missing out on the people that will uplift you. You're missing out on people that bring out the best in you. You're missing out on people that align with your standards, align with being the person who you want them to be. But if you allow yourself to settle here, then you'll miss out on that opportunity over there. And that's why it's so important for you to understand who is and isn't for you, so you're not wasting your time and missing out on opportunities because you're in spaces that you have no business being. Because you're going to realize as you go through life, people are going to have so many different fears, so many different worries, so many different personal issues, different traumas. And we get in this mindset thinking, again, we can change them, when that's not our responsibility, nor is it a capability of ours. And so sometimes it's not even personal. It's just like, oh, you're not ready, or you're not ready to meet me where I'm ready to meet you. You're not capable of giving me what I'm capable of giving you. You're not capable of matching me in the way that I want to match you. And so it doesn't mean I feel any animosity towards you. It doesn't mean that I got to feel some type of way or it got to be personal. It just means, hey, you're not someone that's for me, and I gotta go find the people who are for me, because I can't afford to waste my time trying to wait for you to get where I'm at, or wait for you to make changes that you may not be willing or ready to make. So, please continue to keep being the person that you are. Keep giving out the love in which you want to give people. Keep giving out the care in which you give to people. But just make sure you're being more intentional about it, so that you're giving it to the people who actually deserve it. You're giving it to the people who are capable of reciprocating it back, and it's not draining you as a person. You're pouring into them and they're pouring right back into you. They're making you fulfilled in life. They're making you, energetic. They're making you feel like your best self. You feel like they're helping you become the person that you desire to become. But, I appreciate and love you guys as always. Be sure to sign up for the Letting Go to Grow community down in the description, as well as join the free Discord down in the description. But, like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notices. Catch you guys in the next video. Peace.